is oh, I don't even have the expression, so I'll just leave it there. But anyways, you heard Eagles morning news splash as we splashed it, right there to you, 6:45 and 7 o'clock. Now that is what is the time for us to engage the dailies, the pages, the newspaper review. And away from that, of course, 8 o'clock, Vicky Vic, Sports on Eagles Wings will be spot on. So you get to find the intrigue and everything in between when it comes to sports, and whether internationally or locally. Vicky Vic is the only sports minister on radio that I know. You best want to listen to him. And at 9 o'clock, I'll be right here again as we go conversational, and that will be from the place of the federal government to reduce your price. Things have gotten better after all. The inflation now is 24.48% as against the 34.80% that it was. Never mind. In case you're asking questions, just chill and wait a bit, because it's going to 15%. Remember, the president actually promised that. But well, is that the case in the real world, in the society? I know a couple of family members such as BB Blessing and a host of others will say, President, can you at least just try and come to the markets, maybe, and see for yourself? Probably you're sitting, in the high walls, surrounded by, the walls of Jericho. You don't know what exactly is going on. And it does seem as though your advisors are not advising you well. I mean, your advisors who are supposed to be advising you from the place of importance, well, as it relates to us right here, the masses, they're not talking well. Those in charge of food security and all of that, agriculture minister and all, maybe they're not really telling you the real ideal, as to what's going on. But well, we'll find that out at the 9 o'clock mark. At 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, general open banter. You know what? I'm not letting the bean, I'm not spilling the bean right now. No, the cats will not come out. But the disturbing story, something that really, really pricked me hard, was that story of that young man who was taken to the police by his neighbor. And it does seem as though the neighbor paid officers in charge of that case to deal mercilessly with him. But she never knew that this case will go awry as it went south. And the young man, whom I understand is a newly married man, lost his life while in police custody. Well, the police have come out to saying, well, we will look into it. I mean, it seems like they always have something to say every now and then, the right words, after these things have been perpetrated, these crimes have been perpetrated, and then you see spokespersons come out and say, well, we'll look into it. We'll make sure that all of those people who are guilty will be brought to book. The law will take its charge. But is the law going to bring back the life of the one who's deceased? Well, and then another story of someone who got deceased again. I mean, just a young boy who just decided to go chase his dreams. He's a music artist, and he got admission into one of the schools right there in the southwestern region of Nigeria, and he's studying mass communication. He was supposed to be a communication individual, but then again, his life was cut short as certain people, boys, decided to cut short this young man's life. I mean, these are the stories making the rounds. And the thing that baffles me again is that we always have very well organized, maybe well rehearsed words. Spokespersons will come out, the school will come out, and they'll say, oh, our hearts go to the family of the deceased. Oh, this irreparable loss and everything. What is stopping our schools, in beefing up security and, of course, ensuring that they do the needful by their students? I don't know. Is it just about ASU having confrontation with the government every now and then? Oh, we need this. You've not honored our 2008 agreement. We still have MOUs that you've not... Does it stop there? Do schools, do universities, do polytechnics, do colleges of education, technical colleges, do they not have a responsibility to our words? I don't know. You tell me. But you never know what story is going to make it to the 10 o'clock mark. But then at 11 o'clock, a program that has to do with open government partnerships will be coming on here. So you best want to keep your ears glued, because this is a Eagles Morning Rise, this breakfast show is just started. And Thursday promises to be little lit. Okay, I need to let you in on the fact that, well, today is a World Day of Social Justice. Can you beat that? I never even knew that. And it goes in line with all of these arbitrary killings that's been going on, one way or the other. If it is not a cult clash, it is a group of unknown gunmen, faceless people, bandits, kidnappers, and all of that, waging war against the serenity of the society, civil society, as well as the society that we live in. But, well, today being a World Day of Social Justice, as strengthening a just transition for a sustainable future. Now, strengthening a just transition for a sustainable future means making sure our move towards low carbon economies benefits everyone, now especially the most vulnerable. It also requires a holistic approach that weaves environmental sustainability with social justice, ensuring that workers, indigenous peoples, and marginalized communities receive the support they need through retaining job creation and strong social protection measures. Well, in other words now, decarbonization and economic transformation should go hand in hand, don't you think? Especially with policies that fight poverty, reduce inequality, and open up opportunities for all. All right, that is what today is all about right there. But still talking about what today is, some things that you need to know today. Let's bring you up to speed in on that. All right. Okay. Now, a federal high court in Abuja on Wednesday declined to grant an application filed by Senator Samuel Anyanwu seeking to stop his planned removal as the National Secretary of the People's Democratic Party, the PDP. Now, in a ruling on Anyanwu's motion ex parte moved by his lawyer, Ken Njamanze, Justice Inyang Ekwo ordered the embattled PDP national scribe to put the defendant on notice to show cause in the next adjourned date, why his prayers should not be granted. Okay. Now, of the Lagos State House of Assembly on Wednesday, February 19, dismissed rumors suggesting that they have left the All Progressives Congress to join the opposition Labour Party. Now, the defection rumor is coming amid the crisis rocking the Lagos State Assembly. All right. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has appointed Dr. Danjuma Adamu Ismaila as Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian College of Aviation Technology in Zaria, Kaduna State. It's been a while I heard that, though. College of Education, College of Aviation Technology, in Zaria. Been a while. Okay. Now, that statement yesterday in Abuja by Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy is credited to Bayo Ananoga announcing the appointment. All right. Well, we should also let you in on the fact that the federal government has taken legal action against Binance Holdings Limited, a global cryptocurrency exchange seeking $79.51 billion US and 231 million naira in compensation for alleged economic losses caused by its operations in the country. Now, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, filed the lawsuit at the Federal High Court in Abuja, accusing Binance and two of its executives, Tigran Gabaryan and Nadeem Anjawala, of failing to register with the FIRS for tax compliance. That story. Now, the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA, has announced a ban on 60,000 truckers from operating on Nigerian roads effective March 1 to mitigate truck in transit incidents, some of which had resulted in infernos and several deaths. Oh, yes. Yes, yay to that one now. But we should also let you in on the fact that the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister for Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, has warned state governors against sacking democratically elected local government chairmen, saying it is tantamount to treason. The AGF noted that Section 1 Brackets 2 of the 1999 Constitution provides that no person or group of persons shall take control of the government of any part of Nigeria contrary to the provisions of the Constitution. So the governors have gone against the provisions of the Constitution, and I think they're only getting a warning. That's all they're getting now. But is it going to stop what they're doing? Well, let's see how that goes, because some Nigerians will argue that if it was just an ordinary Nigerian now this will not be the case. You got to get brought to book, you either thrown in jail, or the next thing again, you're forgotten for a while, and then you're paraded. Yes, this is what we were talking about just yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday now? You are paraded. Suspected. And then, of course, you never know. You become lost forever, or you're just forgotten again. Right? And Nigerians, quite a number of us, are not really happy with the entire processes of justice, because if it was as you are doing it, the hand of the law is catching up quickly, and then a court is looking into these issues and dealing with it decisively. Who's gonna complain, right? Anyways, I should let you in on this one now. The Senate on Wednesday called on the federal government to immortalize the late Chief Edwin Clark, a former federal commissioner for information and prominent South-South leader, by naming a national monument after him. The upper chamber also resolved to send a delegation to commiserate with his family and attend his burial rites in recognition of his service as a former senator. Okay, y'all are still lobbying it and discussing it. Well, how old was he now? I think he was 90 something, 97, yeah? Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot. Somebody grow that old. The Senate has summoned the National Security Advisor, NSA, Malamdu Ribadu, Director General of the Department of State Services, DSS, Adeola Ajayi, Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, NIA, Ambassador Mohammed, and the Director of the Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA, Major General Emmanuel Undiagaye, over alleged sponsorship of Boko Haram by the United States Aid for International Development, USAID, USAID, or USAID. I don't know, however you want to put that. But yes, this is really stirring a lot. I mean, when I heard the Congressman of the United States speaking, there was no mincing words. Now, he was speaking, and he had papers. You know, just as the good book says, on the last day, right, when judgment's gonna come upon us, right, by the Almighty, that books will be opened. Books. Before you now get the book of life, yeah, books. A lot of books will be open. So this congressman had papers, and as he was talking with proof and evidence. Is that something that we should really let to slide? Well, I am glad that there is a summoning. The Senate is living up to expectation now and saying that, look, we need to look into this. But quite a number of political, observers are saying that it's not just the USAID. Why don't look at others too? Because there's a lot of them. But the US have also said that they will indeed go all out against any kind of Boko Haram insurgency, especially in Africa, and look into any such likelihood of insurgency or banditry or terrorism. Give it whatever name you want to give it, but it's the same thing. Terrorism, as influenced by Boko Haram in Africa. But the federal government on Wednesday now disclosed that Nigeria's petrol consumption has dropped to 50 million liters per day, with local refineries supplying half of the daily requirement. The government said the other half is being sourced through importation. It clarified that none of the companies involved in domestic refining was involved in the importation. Okay, very good. Thanks for clarifying. Now we know. National Emergency Management Agency NEMA on Wednesday confirmed that 4 persons lost their lives while 50 others sustained injuries in the Talata Mafara market explosion in Zamfara State on Tuesday. Now, in a statement though, NEMA's Director General Zubaida Umar said the agency swiftly deployed a rescue team from its Sokoto operations office to respond to the incident. Okay. I don't know. Am I supposed to say something on that one though? There's been 4 deaths so far, 50 injured. National Emergency Management Agency, now NEMA, they've confirmed that 4 persons have lost their lives while 50 others sustained injuries in the Talata Mafara market explosion in Zamfara State on Tuesday. And now Zubaida Umar, who happens to be the Director General, NEMA's Director General now, said the agency has deployed rescue teams to look into the matter. And preliminary findings revealed that the explosion was caused by fire, destroyed shops and stalls in the markets. In fact, eyewitnesses have claimed that the explosion was triggered by a cigarette butt carelessly discarded, igniting combustible materials in the markets. Well, among the injured, 46 people were taken to Usman Danfodio University Teaching Hospital, Sokoto. They are receiving treatment in orthopedics, surgery, ICU burn unit, and ENT departments. Oh, please, I pray, y'all get recovered in due time. Right now, let's jump into the front page of Nigerian newspapers already. And I must also say that it's going to be a fast read, a very smart read, so you best want to keep your ears and eyes glued on this dial and across social media platforms, because we are hosting an internationally accepted, globally rewarding, as well as a national identity television station on YouTube. Subscribe at Eagles FM Abuja, on Facebook at Eagles FM Abuja. Give us a like, give us a following, as well as leave a comment in the comment section whilst letting us in to where it is that you are watching from. Very important. Now we see the Guardian newspaper, the big story: council autonomy funding, AGF, EFCC talk tough, caution governors, local government bosses on treason, fraud. All right, page 6 holds that story. Federal government slams Binance with fresh $81.5 billion US suit over economic sabotage. Now, on visa denial, the DHQ has come out to making some clear statements now. Nigeria won't broke disrespect from any country. And that's what DHQ is saying. All right, News Page 3 has got that story. And to this one here now, Nigeria secures 1.6 billion naira AI investment from Microsoft. Okay, so good. Okay, we already secured it, so the bell should be rung. 1.6 billion naira AI investment from Microsoft. That's no small deal. Page 15 has got that one now. To page 6, Akpabio meets Tinubu as Senate summons intelligence chiefs over USAID terrorism claims. Okay, way to go now, Senate President. Don't let Oshun descend into chaos. Speaker Olajengbesi tell Tinubu APC. All right. Lagos Assembly denies mass defection rumors. All right. Page 5, you'd find that one. And these 2 stories found on page 5. Page 5 looking popular, if you ask me now. At the base of the Guardian newspaper, you'd find this one. Federal government bans 60,000-liter petrol tankers as accidents claim 3,500 lives. All right. You'd find that story on page 2. And that would be all with the Guardian newspaper. Now let's get to the Daily Trust newspaper now. Well, this story I see is on page 10. Osun Council crisis deepens as sacked chairman take over local governments. Alrighty. Okay, why we engaged another service provider for 2025 Hajj? Nakon is saying that. You'd find that story details on page 3. I've got sharp eyes. Visa denial is the kicker now. Nigeria won't tolerate disrespect from any country. CDS talking tough. You'd find that story on page 6. And now to the big story with the Daily Trust newspaper. Federal government to bar 60 fuel tankers from roads March 1. It's got two riders to it now. Policy will cost truck owners 300 billion naira. NARTO is saying that. 172 oil truck accidents, 1,896 deaths reported since 2009. You know, when I hear these things, 1,896 deaths. And I'm looking into the family of those who lost someone. How's it been with you guys ever since you lost these ones? And it will be worse to find out that these persons that were lost may have been the breadwinners for their homes. Well, I think it's a step in the right direction. Federal governments to bar 60,000-liter fuel tankers from roads from March 1. I'm hoping that this will indeed come to bear. All right. Before we hear that March 1 now, there is a closed door meeting, and then you know how the story goes. But AGF to governors now, sacking elected local government chairs is treason. Page 6. Page 4, I beg your pardon, looking popular. From page 4 to page 5, add 1 to 4, you get 5. Man kills friend after serving him meal. The 10 o'clock hour, you don't want to miss this. And this one here says, on page 30, it says, Battle of Wits, Lagos, other state assemblies involved in speakership crisis. Base of the Daily Trust newspaper now. Senate summons NSA, DSS, NIA over USAID terrorism funding allegation. It's got one writer to it now. Aid agencies' officers have no business in Nigeria if found to be true. Akpabio is saying that, and he's really talking tough. He said if you find out that this is true, they have no business to stay in Nigeria. They should just vamoose. We should kick them out of the country. That's what Akpabio is saying. Those are not my words, though. But let's get on to the Punch newspaper this time. Just to the side of the Punch newspaper banner now, to the left, to the right-hand side of the Punch newspaper, you'd find that federal government demands $81 billion from Binance for alleged tax evasion. Page 18 is holding that story down. And the big story on the front page of the Punch newspaper has it, USAID Boko Haram controversy. Okay, Nigeria may miss $603 million fund. Senate summons service chiefs. Okay, page 2 is holding that story down. It's got one writer to it now. Bourno asks federal government to lead probe. USAID's 2025 budget targets defense, health, others. Okay. This one does not look bright, does not look early. This one does not look sharp. This one is really heart-wrenching. This one is not something you want to see. But, well, it's on the front page of the Punch. Look at those burns. Zamfara explosion. Ex-Governor Yari pays hospital bills as NEMA visits victims. All right, you'll find that one on page 5 of the Punch newspaper. Quick recovery to all of y'all, though, my brothers and sisters. And I'm looking at you now, page 24, and you're looking right back at me, and it says, Lagos Assembly, that's the kicker, Obasa denies stockpiling arms. Miranda refutes resignation claim. And to this one here now, page 5, policeman, complainant arrested over newlywed's death in custody. 10 o'clock. We'll have that conversation. You never know which one it is, but quite a number of conversations for 10 o'clock. Well, I'm seeing this one now, local government autonomy. CBN 774 chairman differ over council's account opening. All right, to page 23 that you'd find just above the Punch newspaper banner now. The peak, the apogee, the height of it, the top of it, the zenith, Dangote, NNPCL refineries not supplying 50% local fuel demand. All right, federal government is saying that, and you'd find that story on page 31. I think the federal government is saying that the local refineries handling about 50% of the consumption, local consumption of fuel in the country. Well, that's something good. I like it, but we hope that it goes from 50 to 100, and so that we don't have to worry about some of these things, because indeed, when fuel fuel crisis, everything. Honestly, especially now that the NBS is saying that our inflation rate is 24.80. Okay, 24.48. I beg your pardon. Yes. Okay. We don't want to take it higher. CBN probes 19.7 million dormant bank accounts. I see. 21. Page 21 has got that story. To page 18 now, Visa is the kicker. Again, CDS of Defense handling of Canadian visa application. All right. And that will be all with the Punch newspaper. Let's get to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper now. And stick with me now. Nigerian Tribune newspaper, alleged funding of Boko Haram by USAID. Senate invites NSA, NIA, DSS chiefs. Page 4. It's holding that story. And to this one here, Kyari dispels fuel quality rumor, says it's bad marketing antics. Page 11. And to this one, Edo Assembly sacks all political appointees. Okay. Sacks all political appointees. Is this a political cleansing going on there? Or a political office cleansing? Okay, let's put it in the right perspective, okay? So nobody misquotes me. Page 5 is holding that one. Kebbi APC holds a rally, declares support for Tinubu. Wow, we started already? Page 3 has got 2 riders, adopts Idris for second term. And the second rider, president has been fair to all. Bagudu is saying that, yes, I saw that story. Bagudu saying that the president as a pro. He's not just been a president for one side or one region. No, he's a president for all. And at the base of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, Osun Assembly condemns takeover of local government secretariats by APC. Page 4. And it's got a couple of writers, 3 precisely. Adeleke meets British diplomats, berates Egbetokun. And second writer, Egbetokun doing his job. APC replies Adeleke. And the last writer, LG Crisis, is a kicker. And it says, reps to investigate security situation. Just above the Nigerian Tribune newspaper banner now, illegal dissolution of local governments treasonable. AGF is saying that. Page 23. Okay, a sound of warning there. And the last one, of course, would be Nigeria sues Binance for $81.5 billion economic tax losses. All right, page 23 is holding that story down. Well, this comes to the time where we get to hear from you, but I'll just hand down the numbers to you right now because we have to go on a recess, space and bills. When we do come back, of course, it's going to be your voice being heard loudly and clearly in the most civil and responsible way. All right? The number to call would be 0907 353 0044. The other number, 0908 766 8888. And the WhatsApp portal number 0909 705 4450. If you're sending a message, a voice notes to the WhatsApp portal number, please do well to ensure it's or at most 1 minute 35 seconds. All right, let's go on recess now. We'll be right back.
The vibe is about to be lit. You just love good music. I know you do. I don't really care if you're older. On Eagles 102.3 FM.
Sorry, sir. We just sold the last one.
Chai! Papa, what happened? They just sold the 2-bedroom bungalow I wanted to buy, and all others are calling big prices. 30 million naira, 35 million naira for a 2-bedroom bungalow terrace.
Have you tried My Abuja Home Limited?
My Abuja Home Limited? No!
My Abuja Home is selling their 2-bedroom terrace bungalows in Gwagwalada for a promo price of just 17 million naira only.
Wow, that's very affordable. And in Gwagwalada, Abuja FCT, which is just 30 minutes from town?
Yes, it's just after the FRCN radio house in Old Kutunku in Gwagwalada.
Sure?
For this promo price of 17 million naira, the 2-bedroom comes with a large sitting space, a sizable kitchen. The floors are tiled with 2 bedrooms and toilets with fitting windows with burglary proof, security, borehole water, electricity, and the area is cool.
Wow, My Abuja Home Limited, Abi. Oh yeah, give me the number.
Just call 080-888-37426. I said 080-888-37426 or 080-827-23824. That is 080-827-23824. My Abuja Home. Live the life.
2.3 Abuja.
Get updates, get informed, avoid traffic, and get home early. Tune into Traffic Rush weekdays 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja.
From Milky Way to Earth, everywhere there's internet, you can connect with Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Log on to our website www.eaglesfm.com. Follow and engage with us now on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok at Eagles FM Abuja, Instagram at Eagles FM 1023. Download our apps on your Android and iOS stores. Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, your radio experience you can count on.
Has anyone told you you can talk about your business on radio for just
20,000 naira?
Get a chance to talk your business for 25 minutes on The Entrepreneur. Mondays to Fridays, 3 p.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. For more inquiries, call 090-9984-4433. 090-9984-4433. Hurry now.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
All right, we're back from recess now. It's still the pages on here and right here on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. We give you an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. If vision that we are hosting across social media platforms right now, you best want to get on there and see for yourself the ambience that the studio provides, right? And just to also let you in on the fact that about 35 countries of the world indeed glued to Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. And can we thank you enough? I mean, this giant stride is because of you, all right? Thank you, far too kind. Now, okay, we'll just take the calls now as they come. And of course, let's get the discourse started. Hello, good morning.
Hey, you.
Good morning to you, please.
My name is Abubakar from Gwagwalada.
Abubakar, welcome aboard. Talk to us, Abubakar.
Thank you. The approach taken by Nigeria foreign affairs is not the best towards the response to Canadian authority visa denial. We have not to take radical approach. It is a diplomatic issue. It should be through negotiation and diplomacy. Not be radical in our approach. Nigerian foreign policy direction is not known for radical approach globally. That is why we continue to earn respect among the Committee of Nations. An issue of local government spending at the national level, is there a physical discipline? Anybody track the federal authority on her spending? Is transparency and accountability? They should lead the way. If we reduce corrupt practice to barest minimum, the local government follow suit, and the governors at the state level, they have jagged local government. That is why you see a party is only declared with all local government election result. It shouldn't be so. The local government election should reflect diversity and plurality. That is what it used to be during the military, even during the military days. You see different parties are the winner of local government. That is the local level. They are people coming from different affiliations. But revise it. Thank you.
Thank you, Abubakar. Appreciate that one from you. Right, we're still taking calls. It says we're not known for radicalism. That's not who we are, right? So we should go back and to the negotiating table with the Canadian, so that we don't cause a stare whatsoever. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Yudi.
Good morning to you, please. It's Moses.
This is Moses.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. What is the morning?
Oh, she's doing fine. She's well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Traders were advised to reduce the cost price of the item because of the improvement of the economy. I think it's a all traders in the market, they have unions. Their union should be called upon, because when there is increase of fuel or whatsoever, or dollars increase, you quickly hear them before you know it in a figure of an eye, price has been increased. But now that the economy is getting so better, they should also have their meetings to also reduce their price, to wipe away the tears of the masses and the high cost of products. Then unnecessary killing, another one again. A man puncture in a police station killed. A young man, I think graduate or undergraduate, I don't know.
Undergraduate.
Yeah. So, in fact, all these demand justice. You know, sometimes when we hear it as a flash news like this, we may not know what will come up at the end. That is the end. So we demand just let there be follow-up. Let there be justice and persecution for those that are involved in this matter, so for others to learn lessons. Then finally, when it invites security agents over U.S. revelation, well, it shouldn't just be on only invitation to sit under closed door. Action should be taken. That is because we have security agents. Most of them know what is going on in this country. They know. So we are always saying that who are the sponsors? Unveil their names. Unveil their names. Because until all these sponsors are being pushed out, the issue of this insecurity we are facing in this country will not.
Thank you. Thank you, Moses. Appreciate that one from you. Until we get the sponsors, we will not be able to close a case on this insecurity, this terrorism, financing going on. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Boris. Good morning.
Good morning to you, my brother, Apostle Osalife.
Yes, this Apostle Osalife.
Yes.
AKA Wokenem.
That's right.
So my take goes like this.
You're calling from where? You're calling from where? Apple, right?
I'm from Apple.
All right, go ahead.
Apple.
Oh, the Mangaza. Okay.
So my take goes like this. This people adopting our president for second term. Everybody have its own right to do whatever he wish. But last time I checked, I learned that after election, there is no more campaigning. The mandate we gave to him are still alive. And expectations haven't been actualized. What I'm saying is that all this time around that we're on radio television will be hearing. Let our dear president help us. That killing this killing is out of hand. Every day you nothing, this, that, and they are not trying to solve it, because I'm hearing that those that are patrioting all this nonsense, they are now going to carry them to abroad to give them skill action or whatever they call it, and they will not give them any job. They will bring them to the society. This before you know they will migrate whatever they are doing before. It's not another day before my time we're exhausted is this. Every government used to have a 3-point agenda or 5-point agenda. Even our president will have 1-point agenda. This is great that are selling us, that are want to divide us. Tackle it and solve it. And his name will be wrapped with a golden pen. You and God bless you, Barrister.
Yes.
Remain Apostle, AKA. In Abuja. God bless.
Appreciate you, Apostle Osalife, right there, aka Walking Name. Right, I like your aka a lot. But yeah, that's what the conversation is. We're still having, to take your calls and reaction now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Odua.
Good morning to you, Elder Onajer.
Morning, where my daughter?
She's fine, no, she's fine.
Okay, you're doing well.
Yeah, so where are you calling from?
We have not been here.
Sorry?
Suleiman. We have not been hearing from those people.
Okay.
My guy to China.
Okay.
My brother, say I'm not a politician. National Assembly, they are inviting the security advisor and then director of NIA and then
NSA, CDS, and yeah.
Yeah. They just are blackadaba. They know. They only went to. Are they hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are there not a senator in this country where a governor puts somebody in the government that is a terrorist in Nigeria? They don't hear about that. The state governor are putting some investigating it. Are they not in Nigeria here? Where this Boko Haram, where it kill our wives, kill our children, kidnap our people, deal with them. My soldier, my police, they capture them from one front. And then somebody will sit in there and come and say, take Boko Haram and them and go back to society. Are they there as the Senate to question that program? Are they not there to find out where the money come from before they will train those people? The money they have to them. Are they not senator in Nigeria to find whether the people where they kill, the people where they take over their house, the people where they display, whether government ever do anything to those people before they bring those criminals to train and return them to society? Are they not to find out the money is coming and then who is giving that type of directive in the government? Now they want to do a bracadabra. If they want to do the real thing, they should send to a state assembly to forward them with that investigation to Nigeria here. They do the investigation before we know where they're heading to, before they know how to start investigation in Nigeria. We want to invite them with small time, bracadabra, everything documents. So they are not sincere to Nigeria. They are Senate, they have right to investigate anybody in Nigeria here. The training of Boko Haram, the money they sponsor them, and then who is the government? Give them direct to train them and return them to government. They don't need to find out. Now, they are but they're going to hear from them. That's nothing. They will live in their and then they'll continue with us in Nigeria here. The governor is sitting governor, make allegations, nobody take it. People are making allegations. They could be dropping ammunition in social place. And then they say Senate in Nigeria, you hear say they investigate anything. Now they are coming to make a saga because US Congress has passed.
All right,
telling them the truth.
All right,
thank you very much.
Thank
God
you so
Nigeria.
much. Appreciate you. All right, God bless Nigeria right there, saying it's abracadabra, he puts it. In other words, it's not a clear meeting. That the purpose of that meeting is not clear. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you, Bright.
In fact, from Airport.
Thank you, Bright. Yes, please.
Since the inception of this APC, is treasonable felony so cheap and so common that everything treasonable felony, everything treasonable felony. I feel now who is advising the market men and women to lower their prices? They want to lower their prices, whereas the decrease is going up. Telecommunication tariffs going up. Oil price in the market has fallen, but their own in Nigeria is not falling. What is falling in Nigeria that you want the people that sold their own money to go and or they are not individuals, or because they are trying on their own level to see whether they will survive without the government reducing input. They want them to be reducing their own. Whereas the amenities, that is a common wealth in Nigeria, is going up. But people that are suffering on their own, they want them to be reduced. Again, just like the last caller said, abracadabra in Nigeria. It's truly abracadabra. See, sometimes it's not that we criticize government, but when you do the right things, it will just be like 1 + 1 is equal to 2. Nobody can dispute it.
Okay.
They gave you, UAE gave you names of people under Buhari administration that are sponsoring Boko Haram. Did you name it up to today? You didn't name it. The only thing you did is that you brought people that have been captured. You say they have repented. You release them. You give the taxpayers money in Nigeria. Or are you going to tell me that those people that repented did not give you any information on where and how those people are and how they operate? Or how can you tell me that there's no how somebody who has not lived in Kaduna before may migrate maybe from River State and go to Kaduna and do armed robbery and go scot-free? It's a lie. It's a cat that is in the house, a rat that is in the house that tells the one outside that is their dish in the house.
Okay.
Who do you need? You cannot tell me that now that some people in Nigeria are telling Nigerians how aircrafts have been dropping ammunition in social places. Up to today, nobody has even held anybody accountable. Or are you going to tell me that is it easy to fall down a warplane? Is it easy in Nigeria? Or how are you going to tell me that it's very easy to capture an armored car, loot the road, or go to barrack and sack soldiers in the barrack? It's very easy. And the people are living within the same environment. The only English I hear is kinetic, non-kinetic, carrot and the stick. You continue manufacturing English without motion, without movement. You see what they are going to hear? This is now they are setting co-op committee is a way to transform money. After the committee now, you will see that there is no result. When they are giving you empirical evidence, this is the people doing these things. Open it up.
For once of time, right.
Principles of societies and other organizations, let's see what's obtainable there so that this thing will end. How can you fight the war for how many years and it's endless and you tell me that you're improving? It's not improvement.
All right, Bright, for once of time, we will not be able to go further. I get that.
Let us bring good people in Nigeria. Let's manage Nigeria very well. Thank you.
Appreciate that, Bright. Put the right people in the right places, and let's manage this country. Because the country is not for one people. It's not for a side of people, a region of people. It's for every region, to be well represented and have their voices heard loudly and clearly, in the arena of justice, equity, and fairness. But yeah, let's get on to some messages now via the Facebook page wall. I see a message coming in from Ozo Francis Namani, who has been very, very religious, watching live from Amagunze in Enugu State. Thank you so much, though. Says, good morning, my distinguished analyst in the studio. Good morning to you, my fellow brother, right there in Enugu State, the coal city that is. Says, Nigeria importing fuel is very unfortunate and not a good omen. As an oil-producing nation, the federal government should expedite action to fix our refineries as quickly as possible. May God help us, he says. Amen. Right, now I go on to the WhatsApp, and I should take your messages. Now, I see Samuel all the way from Kuje. Good morning to you, my brother. Good morning to you too, my brother. It says, not a great new day. Yes, I tell you the truth. It says, one thing is to summon people to explain, service chiefs to explain why the insecurity is still on the increase. Another thing is to take proper action to avoid the recurrence of the evil and wickedness that these daredevils are inflicting on the innocent people. There is no doubt that some foreign NGOs and some people in the country who are efficiency and insecurity are behind the terrorism in the country. I pray that the government will have the boldness to confront these evil men and women who are terrorizing us in this country and do the needful. My sincere condolences to all that lost their lives and loved ones in Zamfara, and give them the heart to bear the great loss. May God have mercy on us in this country. In Jesus' name, it says amen to that one. Well, you two have a blessed day. And, of course, wisdom increments for you too, my brother. Thank you. I see this one now coming from Comrade Ulo Basi. Says, good morning, Obodwak Daniel. Stay blessed. You too, my brother. Stay blessed. Investigations into the activities of NGOs in the country may not yield the desired results because of vested interest of some highly placed individuals in and out of government. The safest thing to do in this case is to send all the so-called NGOs packing, especially the ones that have foreign sponsorship. Even the Red Cross and the Red Crescent shouldn't be left out because they are also populated by individuals from different countries, especially from the Western world. Let us cleanse our land from these foreigners and train the locals to cater for IDPs and others vulnerable people. May God Almighty put to shame everyone in every country that doesn't want our nation to dwell in peace. Amen, he says. Amen to that one too. Now, Chinonso is saying, watch the way USAID revelations will be swept under the carpet. The business insecurity, not creative one by the high and mighty. This is Nigeria. Our problems are man-made, and we are praying to God for a solution. Little wonder the Canadian embassy denied them visa, and they are crying. This country is a no. I wouldn't say that part, Chinonso. Well, all the way from Suleja, appreciate that one from you, Chinonso. But I see you now, Yusuf. From Wusei 2, Yusuf says, good morning, UD. Good morning to you, my brother, Yusuf. Senate summons Ribadu, other security chiefs, for a meeting over alleged Boko Haram funding. I view this as a step in the right direction. I thought so too, though. The security chiefs should be grilled on information earlier supplied by UAE on those funding Boko Haram to determine whether they were USAID agents. Also, they should be confronted with the allegation of Femi Fani Kayode that Binance executive Tigran Gabayan was a conduit used by the USAID to fund Boko Haram in Nigeria. I must add that the revelation of the US congressman was done publicly on the floor of the US Congress, and so the Senate should conduct their proceeding in the open with the media presence and not behind closed doors, citing security concern. The Senate should pass a resolution halting the activities of all donor agencies operating in Nigeria pending the outcome of the comprehensive investigation. Well, that's what some of us thought. Yusuf, thank you for echoing our thoughts. We'll say too it is where you are. And I see this one now coming from Tekenbi Hundu, all the way from Nasarawa State. It says, it's better I say the truth and die. Nigeria government and security agents are playing games with the lives of our people, fighting endless war against insecurity. Billions of naira going into security yearly with no result. On the minister's statement about high cost of goods, we can all see that this government has no solution to our problems, but instead causing more problems for Nigerians by implementing anti-people policies. We have seen Shege. Okay, that's what he says. We've seen Shege. All right, I see that now. Tekenbi, thank you for that. Now let's get on to your voice notes now and bring us up to speed, with your voice notes. Well, I should start with this one, and that would be from Selassie, my dear friend and brother. Now, getting into it.
Good morning. The man with the golden voice.
Good morning to you,
replying solo today.
Yes.
My greetings to my elder brother Abubakar from Gwagwalada, Abubakar from Masaka, Donatus from Niger State, and I greet Felix from Lambata, Tripodi from Wari. I'm sending this voice note from Kaduna right now. I want to talk about the fuel that Nigeria is still importing 25 million liters every day. And with the working of our refinery, with the 3 refinery, in fact, Ubang Daniel, who do this to us? Even small country, like look at this Senegal. They are producing their oil. They are refining. The small country, the country that they are not just like a state in this country. So I don't really know. Then working on the pipeline, if they can be able to work on the pipeline, we have so many depots. We have in Niger, how many depots in Niger? We have in Jos, we have in Kaduna, we have in Adamawa, we have in Gombe, we have in Benue, we have that is in the northern part of the country. When you go to the southwest, the same thing, we have all these depots. If we can be able to transport these two tankers, we take from that place to the neighboring filling station. All these tankers falling, killing innocent. You can imagine over 3,000 people die in just within a space of time. So we are urging them to do the needful to make our pipeline work and monitor them very well. Thank you so much. I appreciate.
All right, thank you for that one, Selassie. Right, and Honorable Edwards. Now, let's take this one.
Mr. Uji, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Honorable Edwards from Opo. Deny visa for us. Someone say that they're taking us for granted, or we have taken ourselves for granted. When we cannot go to hospital in Nigeria, we cannot school in Nigeria, when nothing is happening in this country, insecurity left and right, we allow this to happen by ourselves. So we're taking ourselves for granted. That is why other countries are taking us the way we are. If you want to take picture, it depends on how you sit. If you raise your hand up, if you expect your hand to be down, no. The security, National Assembly inviting security chiefs to appear before them. It's a very, that's a way of the that is how it should be. They have done the right thing. How we state can equally do the same thing. State Assembly should also do this in our own state, Benue State. The security advisor there, you know what he said? Wait, a lot of people are key, pictures are there in his own place. He said nobody was key. So, in fact, if I'm a member of that assembly, I will move a motion to that thing. To come and tell us like that. 25 people were key. And this man said nobody was key. Security advisor to the government. These are the things. We need to checkmate our government. Thank you and God bless you.
Right. Thank you, Honorable Edwards. Wow. Okay. People die and you say nobody was killed? I will personally come and drag you. But I'm just saying that, don't mind me. But anyway, let's go to this one here. BB Blessing it is.
Good morning. My name is Craig Uda. We are ready to speak today. God bless you.
Thank you.
I want to say, I greet our caller. We will not give up. I greet everybody. So let's have a man of microphone. no go power your contractor. As our president dey for Nigeria now, no make wetin we dey tackle, issue of security, issue of order, issue of free. If you can do 3 things for us, we will be happy. And the people that represent us, our country, our various way, where they represent us, please make them do the needful. Now, smart time now, everybody will go to their various farm. We have people who will guide us. Issue of security we have been talking about. Hunger wey you see today, now this Boko Haram breed the hunger. Now our politicians breed the hunger wey we dey face today. We got to tackle issue of Boko Haram, they become pastors. But whereby some big on top, they go supply guns for them to kill innocent people, to kill our people who dey put food for our table, our people who dey go farm. We condemn it. We say please, they have children. If they kill one like that, they will not be happy. When they do the needful, no God will want them for good.
All right, BB, right there. Some very strong, candid, thought line you put out there. Appreciate that one from you. Well, this is where we call it a close on the pages. But then you already know Vicky Vic. Oh, speak about the angel now. Not talk about the devil. No, he's not the devil. Speak about the angel now. Is in the studio, and he'll be taking you sports on Eagles Wings right about now. But the views and counter views expressed by our callers as well has not been influenced by us, not in any ways, and you know that, right? We just have to put that out there. But yes, your contributions are indeed towards nation building, and we don't take it for granted. Good morning. I'll be right back. 9 a.m. Udwak Daniel is my name.